Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks a lot for joining for the Watchlist by Magenta Trade. We are back again, and it's a Friday afternoon, 2:30. We are on the verge of almost closing in 1.5 hours in the market, and today is monthly options expiry day. So it would be exciting. It had been a bit of relief, so to say, from the market, or you can say a breather. Let's see what happens here today towards the end. At Magenta Trade, we teach you how to grow your portfolio using option trading strategies. We explain in simple terms how you can participate in the world leading companies with a fraction of the amount they would need as a normal investment. In the vast ocean of stock market, there are plenty of opportunities to gain from the movement of share prices every day. However, market is unpredictable, volatile, and sometimes complex to understand. In order to be successful, you need a disciplined, rule-based approach developed over a long period of experience in the market and focused on building a long-term portfolio to protect your hard-earned money. With that introduction, let's get started with our disclosures. All our discussions at Magenta Trade are solely for educational and information purposes. We are not investment advisors, and you should consult a financial advisor before making any investments. Options trading involve exceptional gains, but at the same time, they pose inherent risks. Past results are no guarantee of future gains. We are not finance professionals, and we are not aware of your personal financial circumstances. For more disclosures, you can visit our website www.magentatrade.com. Let's straight away jump into some of the earnings report that we have here today. We have already published in the social media. In case you are not on Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn following us, please do join us there, and you can get an up-to-date report of the various earnings and other information there. The first one is Adobe. Let me quickly open the report. Adobe reported their second quarter May 2022 earnings of $3.35 per share on a revenue of $4.4 billion. The consensus earnings estimate was $3.31 per share on revenue of $4.3 billion. Revenue grew 14.4% year on year. The company said it expects the third quarter non-GAAP earnings of approximately $3.33 per share on revenue of approximately $4.43 billion. The company also said it expects fiscal 2022 non-GAAP earnings of approximately $13.50 per share on revenue of approximately $17.65 billion. The stock is marginally up today, 0.39% at $366.49. Adobe offers a line of software and services used by creative professionals, marketers, developers, enterprises, and consumers for creating, managing, delivering, measuring, optimizing, and engaging with compelling operating systems. Adobe achieved the record revenue of $4.39 billion. Digital media segment revenue was $3.2 billion, which represents 15% year-on-year growth or 16% in constant currency. Creative revenue grew $2.61 billion, representing 12% year-on-year growth of 14% in constant currency. GAAP operating income was $1.53 billion and non-GAAP operating income was $1.97 billion. GAAP net income was $1.18 billion and non-GAAP net income was $1.59 billion. Cash flows from operations were $2.04 billion. That's amazing. Okay, let's move on to the next one. The next one in our list is Alethea Group. Alethea Group reported their fourth quarter March 2022 loss of 6 cents per share on a revenue of $94.7 million. Revenue grew 53.8% year on year. Fourth quarter revenue of $94.7 million in comparison to previous revenue of $78 million in the same quarter last year. Adjusted EBITDA increased 85.5% to $6 million, or 5% of revenues, compared to $3.3 million or 4.2% of revenues for the same quarter last year. Gross margin increased 32.5% to $31.1 million. The stock is currently down by almost 2% point. Adjusted EBITDA increased 134.4% to $22.6 million. Gross margin increased 39.9% to $116.1 million. Okay, let's a net loss of $7.3 million or 8 cents per share, compared to a net loss of $2.5 billion or 4 cents per share for the same quarter last year. Okay, now let's jump onto the market. Quickly, in S&P 500, currently it's around 3,704 US dollars and up by 1.02%. Nasdaq is up by 2%, 10,865, and Dow is up by 200 points, 0.68%. So the market has marginally improved since yesterday. It's almost at the bottom of the Bollinger Band, and that's probably being reflected here. It is there was a squeeze here for when it fell down, and after that it is again marching towards the center of the Bollinger Band. As you can see in S&P 500 as well, a similar pattern from the lower Bollinger Band. It's going up to the mid section, or you can say the middle bar, middle curve. Okay. Let's look at a VIX. VIX is down by 6.4%. The volatility index. So market has stabilized a little bit after yesterday's movement, a significant movement there. Dollar index is up by 0.80%, 0.79%. Gold is down by almost a percentage point, 0.1%. Okay. Silver is down by 1.2%, and oil is down by almost 6.5% there. Bitcoin is up by 0.63%, up by $127.95 to above 20,000 now, 20,501. And Ethereum is up by $10, 1% to 1077 now. Okay, advanced auto parts up by 1.93%. Apple is up by 1.53%. Accenture up by 2.57%. Akamai Technologies up by 2.2%. Ambarella is up by 3.59%. Let's follow this chart. Maybe that's much better. Okay. Bumble is still down by 4.5% today. Not sure if there is any particular news. Okay, let me find out some news. The first news at this moment is there's more trouble for Tesla's Elon Musk. It has been a challenging week for him, and especially yesterday and today. The fall have open Tesla maybe. After yesterday's fall, it has marginally improved today, 2.4% currently. It's up by, and however, there are other internal issues in the company. At Musk's other big company, SpaceX, they fired a group of employees who circulated an internal letter and faces a long to-do list before its Starship rocket program can receive a launch license in Boca Chica, Texas. Tesla stock has lost almost 50% of its value since November. Earlier this week, there were safety issues with the company's advanced driver assist system. At SpaceX, they fired a group of employees who circulated an internal letter that reportedly denounced the CEO and founder as a distraction and embarrassment. Meanwhile, the Federal Aviation Administration on Monday handed SpaceX's Starship rocket program a long to-do list before it can receive a launch license in Boca Chica, Texas. Of course, there is the trouble of Twitter. Elon Musk agreed to buy the social media company for $44 billion in April, but has since publicly been criticizing the company, raising lots of issues in their operations, and sometimes or multiple times questioning the valuation of the company. Of course, initially he declined any due diligence. He just, offered a give or take offer of $44 billion based on almost $54 of the stock. Okay. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration said on Wednesday that Tesla vehicles accounted for nearly 70% of reported crashes involving advanced driver assist systems since last June. Also, Tesla hiked prices for all car models in the US this week as the auto industry continues to grapple with supply chain issues, inflation, and economic uncertainty. Okay, now let's move on to some other news. The first one we'd like to see is Moderna. Moderna shares are up by 4.5% today after the pharmaceutical company uh, received an approval authorization from FDA for their COVID-19 shots, along with the Pfizer's one for children as young as 6 months old. So that makes almost every person in the US eligible for vaccination now. So that got a big boost in terms of the share value today. The next one is probably Adobe. I'd like to check after their earnings report. Currently, the stock is marginally down 0.13%. But overall, the earnings were good, I believe. The other company, AZEC, the shares are up by 6.78% currently after Bank of America upgraded the stock to buy from neutral. And they said AZEC is well positioned as more products convert to more resilient materials from wood. Another company is Seagen. This biotech company is currently up by 15%, 15.78%, following a Wall Street Journal report that the company, pharmaceutical company Merck, is considering buying Seagen. The report, citing people familiar with the matter, said that the two companies have been in discussion for a while about a potential deal. Okay. UTZ. They're up by 6% today after Goldman Sachs upgraded UTZ to buy from neutral. They said that UTZ was gaining market share in a product category that should be relatively sheltered from inflation concerns. Finally, at JD.com. JD.com is up by 5% point today. However, it has declined since its opening. Earlier, it was up by more. The e-commerce company's stock rose after CEO Xin Lijun divulged a possible expansion into food delivery in an interview with Bloomberg. The other one is Kroger. They announced their results yesterday, and their stock is down by 7.27% today after they mentioned that rising inflation is inspiring consumers to choose cheaper store brands. Okay. Devon Energy. Is down by 8.38%, along with Diamondback and Marathon Oil. All these energy companies are down by 8%, 9% today after the oil fell by 6%, 6.5%. Okay, let's look at, I think Adobe is not in our watch list. So I'd probably add this company and I'll note this down. So probably we should add this company in our watch list. We'll go through a review of this company maybe in a few days, but at this moment they have posted a very good results, and it's a their product is very strong. Okay, let's see if there is any other news items that I can find out. Alibaba. Alibaba is up today significantly, 2.4%, after they said that they received the Ant Group received approval to set up financial holding company. Neo is also up by 8.58%, more than $20 now. Okay. Let's quickly look at some other stocks. Citigroup is still down. Check is up by 11.5%. Charter Communications up by 5.4%. Salesforce is up by 3.2%. Dell is up by 3.9%. DHI is still down. Disney is also just marginally up. DocuSign is up by 7.4%. Enphase is up by 9.9%. Other energy companies are down. However, Enphase is up. HC is up 6.5%. Fortinet is up by 2.3%. Google is up 1.6%. I need to check when is Google's split of shares. It's maybe appearing very soon. Maybe in July. They're due in July. Oracle is marginally down by 1% almost. Pinterest is up by 3.2%. Palantir is up by 7.7%. Twitter currently at 37.73, up by just 1%. Workday is up by 2.9%. Unity Software up by 8.8%. And Signature Bank of New York is up by 3.15%. Revolve Group up by 4.8%. Let's go back to the S&P quickly. Currently, it's at 3688, up by 21 points. Dow is up by 94 points now, and Nasdaq is up by 229 points. Okay, so the week is finishing up just by marginally higher numbers. but still it's another negative week for S&P 500. Let's see in week by week basis. Um, since how many weeks it has been falling. This is the third consecutive week. After 1 week here was significantly positive, and prior to that, it is down by 7 consecutive weeks of losses almost, and then 1 week of increase, and then another 3 weeks of losses. So it has been pretty rough time from since here, which is the first week of January 22. In the first week of January also it fell significantly. So from there itself, so whole of this year S&P 500 have been falling like anything. The high was 4818, and currently it's at 3690. Okay, let's see how it goes, and see you back then at on Monday. Thanks a lot for joining us. Please do subscribe to our channel, like our videos, and follow us on our social media handles of LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. And see you back after the weekend report. See you back on Monday. Thanks a lot for joining in.